What's up guys, it's Tim here. I hope you're all very well and enjoying this awesome weather if you're living in London. It is warm out here, perhaps too warm. However, I shouldn't complain, it'll probably start raining soon. Now, enough about the weather and more about the shoulders, which is exactly what we're going to be focusing on today. A balanced, beginner-friendly routine that is going to help us build those round 3D delts. As always, before you start with your workout, it's very important to make sure you are going through a warm-up routine to optimize your performance as well as minimize the risk of injury. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, I have made a video about this, which you can find in the link in the description box below. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the workout. We are starting with a great exercise that's going to really help us build bigger and stronger shoulders, but also help us stay pain-free in the long run. The face pull with external rotation. Firstly, this is not the only way to do this exercise. There are other variations, but for the purpose of preparing our shoulders and warming up for the overhead position, as well as countering any potential negative side effects of working long hours at a desk, such as developing rounding shoulders, potentially stiff joints, and an achy upper back. I really like and prefer this variation of the face pull exercise. Here, we ideally want to use 2 ropes to allow for a full range of motion. From there, you want to line up the pulley with your shoulders and think about pulling the rope as you start flaring your elbows and going into that external rotation, where you basically have a 90-degree angle at both elbows with your hands directly above your elbows. Hold there for a moment and then control the ropes back before going for the next rep. You should feel your rear delts, the back of your shoulders, as well as the upper back area work in general during this exercise. Next up, we are moving on to the seated dumbbell shoulder press, a classic compound exercise that will target your shoulders, but will emphasize more of the front part, so more of those front delts. It will still train your triceps since it's a push exercise. Now, here you want to keep your elbows from flaring, and you want them to be directly under your hands. It's very important that first we have the required mobility, the overhead mobility to perform this exercise. If you are someone with reduced shoulder mobility, you might find that this is how you look during this exercise. So basically you'll be pressing the dumbbells a bit more forward instead of straight up into that overhead position. If this is the case for you, I recommend you really work on your mobility and leave this exercise for now. You can replace it with a good shoulder press machine that will allow you to change your grip to the front handles, like for example in this exercise, which might make the movement more comfortable for you. The same rule applies here, however. Keep your elbows from excessively flaring and keep them under your hands, regardless of the grip you choose. This was a cool moment here, which I had with a member who probably didn't realize I was recording, but yeah, he wasn't sure about his form and asked me if I can help. Of course, man. I actually really like this a lot, guys. If you're new to the gym and maybe not sure about what you're doing, don't be afraid to ask a trainer at your gym to just have a look and help you out, for sure. Now, after the shoulder press, we are going to target the side delts, with the dumbbell lateral raise exercise. This is an easy one to get wrong, guys, so pay close attention to your form. Firstly, you definitely want to start off with some nice light dumbbells to practice the position and movement of your arms. You want to keep a slight bend in your elbows and lift the weights with your arms moving to the side but slightly in front of your shoulders, so not directly out to the side. From there, think about pausing for a moment at the top and the bottom of the movement. This will make sure you are basically killing the momentum and making sure it's your shoulders creating the movement and working instead. By the way, for a closer look at the most common shoulder training mistakes which you want to avoid, check out this video I made. The link will be in the description. Moving on to the reverse fly machine, also known as the rear delt machine. Not only it's important that we train our rear delts properly and sufficiently from a health and balance point of view, if we are trying to build those round shoulders, this is the key muscle, guys. A lot of people, included like experienced bodybuilders, will make the mistake of doing excessive front delt work like front raises and different shoulder presses, thinking that that's what will create those fully developed shoulders. But this will only lead to more imbalances. It's all about that rear delt. Quick tip for this exercise: you want to avoid shrugging up. Think about keeping your arms straight with slightly bent elbows, and then just think about pulling the handles apart. Once your arms are aligned with your shoulders by your side, the movement is done. Control the handles back into that starting position. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the workout. I hope you found it useful. I hope it gave you some ideas. If you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments below, or you can get in touch with me through Instagram for a quicker response. If you are enjoying the content, please consider subscribing and share with anyone that might find it useful. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.